everything around me. Green, get the money, dollar bill, yo.
What's up, guys? Got another Crowfall video for you today. In this video, I'm going to be giving general advice for newer players. Not going to be going over specific details. This is going to be more of a mindset kind of thing. But these are a few things that I would highly recommend a new player of Crowfall do and keep in mind as you're playing. So the number one thing by far, if you're new to Crowfall, you need to focus on this as your number one objective, and that is to find a guild. This is hands down the number one most important thing to do in Crowfall, is to find a guild. There are tons of guilds, tons of great guilds. There's at least one competitive guild per faction. Balance has two great guilds that I know of. Sugoi, HOA, Chaos has UDL, Balance has Winter Blades, and then there's tons of little smaller guilds that ally with those bigger guilds. But right now, there's at least one mega guild per faction that is pretty heavy-handed. And there's plenty of other smaller guilds. There's lots of great guilds in this game. Find one that you think you'll mesh with and that you'll have fun with and that you like the people in. That is the most important thing, hands down. Nothing else even comes close. Being a lone ranger in this game will not work. I don't care how good you are at the game, it will not work. You might be looking at footage of me, running around 1v2ing, 2v3ing, or 1v2ing, 1v5ing. I've got crazy clips of me taking on hordes of people. But what you don't understand is that while that's possible, in certain situations, I've got an entire support structure that's, helping me get rune tools and gear. You can't equip yourself and do all of these things by yourself. It's just logistically impossible. So you might be looking at some of this footage going, what the fuck? Like, he's just a one-man army. It's like, no, I didn't make these daggers. I'm not going to be making my vessel. I might help in the process, but there's so many moving parts to this thing that you can't be the entire machine. So find a guild. Hands down, find a guild. Please, for the love of God, don't be like, I don't have any friends, I got nobody to play with. There are every fucking guild in this game is recruiting. Everybody is trying to scrounge up as many people as they can. Get in a guild, you have no excuse. Get over it, make new friends, you'll have a lot more fun. Number two, this is not a 1v1 game. Again, this footage kind of contradicts what I'm saying here. Assassin is very good at small scale fights, open field, but a lot of the most powerful classes in the game are not great in 1v1s, or their power is much greater in groups. Perfect example of this is the Templar. I will shit on a Templar as an assassin, 1v1 open field. It's not even close. But when the fight matters, when it's Tree of Life keep fight time, and the keep is on the line, you know who you want? You want Templars. So, a class like the Templar, heavily skewed for group combat. Class like the Assassin, very good at 1v1s, small scale. Things where I'm not going to have a ton of people collapsing onto me and blowing me up in 1 second. So keep that in mind. Don't get frustrated if you get kited or if you see some just duelist or assassin just do something insane and your class just isn't an all-star at 1v1s. It's just, that's not how the game is. The classes are not homogenized. So if you want a unique experience where the classes are different from each other, don't get too wrapped up in 1v1s, because the game's not balanced around it, and it's cooler that it's not balanced around it. Number three, don't get overwhelmed. Find your niche and expand from there. So this is something that a lot of people do when they first log into the game and they look at the skill trees and the crafting and all the crazy systems that there are. They see all of this depth and complexity and they just go, oh my god, there's no way I'm going to learn all this stuff, and they just give up. The thing is that no one knows everything. I've been playing this game since the Hunger Dome, before any of these things were a system, when it was literally just like 4 classes or whatever, smashing their faces together, no crafting, no nothing. And I don't know everything. I don't even know half of the things. I don't know the majority of the things. I've been playing with lots of other people who are in the same position I am, where there's so much to know that you can't know it all. And don't get discouraged by that. Find your niche. If you want to be the badass blacksmith or the badass miner, or you want to make rune tools or whatever, check that out, learn that, and then you will slowly, organically expand your knowledge base from there. Don't sit there and try to learn everything all at once, or be the mega crafter or the mega harvester, or, corner the market in something right away. It's very hard. We've got a few guys in our guild, Dino Rage Fricka, that know a lot about everything, but even they don't know everything about everything. And they've been playing since it came out, so everybody's got to have help in this regard. You're not going to know everything. You're not going to know all the classes, all the abilities, how everything works and interacts, and all that stuff. And even if you did know, it would change. So take it easy, man. Seriously, you'll figure it out. You'll learn most of it. You'll be valuable. You will be valuable, even if you don't know everything. Because trust me, I don't know everything. Number 4. Speaking of knowledge, the game is largely knowledge-based. However, once you have this knowledge, then skill really comes into play. So this is a debate that I've seen on the forums, like skill versus knowledge, and it's not like Crowfall is in a way like chess, but once everybody has a base knowledge of what everything does and don't fall into like noob traps, I think that's when skill, coordination, and things and decision making come more into effect. And also when the abilities are tuned properly. A lot of people are saying that Crowfall is knowledge based when Templar Divine Light was hitting for like 2k. Like yeah, of course it's knowledge based in that regard. When it's like Firewalker Cheese, Firewalker Divine Light, yes, in that regard, when there's something that's completely out of whack, yeah, it turns it more into a knowledge based thing. But I think the split is pretty good on knowledge versus skill in terms of performance. Once you learn the noob traps, and once you learn like the not gonna fall for the blinker fluid trick there, kind of thing. Example, let's say you're a Conqueror Myrmidon, right? You're Whirlwind CC immune, and you are whirlwinding into a Templar parrying. You're gonna have a bad time. But once you learn that, you learn not to do that. So, yes, there's a lot of knowledge to be garnered, but once you get that down, you'll be ready to rock and roll. And a lot of the times, what's interesting is a lot of times when you see people that complain about the game not being very skill based, you look at their videos and they're just whiffing attacks. They're swinging in the air. They're missing like 50% of their attacks, and it's just like, really, the game's not skill based, and why are you missing all your attacks? Like, what's going on there? Just little side note. Number 5, don't get discouraged by skill training and gear. So Crowfall is a game that has skill training similar to Eve, where it's time based. So if I queue my skill up, it will be done in a week or a month or however long it takes. So some people that start playing the game late might get discouraged and be like, oh my god, I'm never going to catch up to this old veteran player who's going to have way more skills and way more stats than me. I'm just perpetually screwed. No, that's not really the case. So what's eventually going to happen is that I'm going to get all the skills that I want for my main class. Let's say I'm an assassin. I'm going to get all my assassin skills, and eventually I'm just going to spread out. Maybe I'll start training up a champion or something like that. Eventually, that progression, that minimal, again, this is very minimal stat progression, will just die. Like, it'll get no deeper, and I'll just get wider. So, you will catch up. The beginning of the skill tree is more powerful than the end of the skill tree, and it gets continuously harder to get more skills, takes more and more time. So you will catch up, and eventually I'll just get everything I want for my main class, and I'll just get more breadth instead of depth. And in terms of gear, gear is also the same way. There are heavy diminishing returns in terms of power. You may put tons and tons and tons of work into the most badass sword of all time that is like 15% better than some piece of shit that you threw away. It might be a little more than that, a little less than that, I don't know. But the general idea is that the higher you go up in gear, the less you get out of it. So it's going to take exponentially more work to get an even better item than somebody else. And there's a fine line between making something really good and being able to mass produce a lot of them. And from where I've seen the game skew so far, it's skewed in a way to where you want everybody to have something. You don't want to just spend all your time trying to make the most badass thing of all time. You'd rather make 5 swords instead of one really good one. So don't get discouraged by that. And let's say you join the game late, nobody's got any, and you don't have any skills, and some guy's got the most badass weapon of all time. That weapon breaks. Even if he has the most godly of god tier rolls, that sword that he has, even if he doesn't die, will break. Nothing lasts forever, so don't worry about it. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit it with a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you take nothing away from this video, please join a guild. Go on the forums, look at their recruitment posts, see which group of people that you'll fit in with best, and join them. If you don't know what to do, ask. Any guild worth their salt is going to help you through the experience of being a new player. And if you are unsure of what you want to do, ask what they need. They're going to tell you, hey, we need a runecraft, or we need a miner, a quarryman, whatever. They'll let you know, and they'll probably help you out with it if they're worth the shit. So do that. The game is much better with a group of people. And get on Discord, make new friends, talk to people. Oh my god. It is so much better than just sitting there alone typing in chat. It's not even close to the same experience. So do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, if you're interested in Crowfall, sign up with the referral link down below. If you sign up with that link in the description, you will get 5% off, as well as getting into the beta for free when that starts up. Even if you're not interested in Crowfall yet, at least sign up with that link to get your spot in line for when the free beta does start. And that way, you know, you're locked into that 5% discount as well. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. If you don't, you also know what to do. So, yeah, see you guys next time. Have a good one.